Hey everyone, I'm glad you're back for another episode of Minis for Pennies. This is going to be a good week for players tired of getting ripped off. I'm not kidding when I say overpriced either. I had a generous request for a Nothic miniature this week, and now I know why. A Nothic miniature comes in at a whopping $30 to $35. I don't even know what a Nothic is or what it does, but if it does $30 worth of things, then I will definitely put one in your dungeon for a whole lot less than that. So as soon as I saw this ugly monkey, I started digging through my supplies. I found two good ways of doing one. You can pick one of these methods and mix and match to get what you like. The first method uses two monsters from the Monsters vs. Military tube. This tube is packed with great monsters for projects, and the military miniatures are great for sci-fi games. I bought mine new for $5, but you can find these tubes used on eBay for around $15, so still a good price for 96 miniatures. To make the first Nothic, I chose these two monsters. One is a melting slime creature, and the other is a xenomorph clone. That head with the fangs and the big eyeball is perfect for our Nothic, so I need to get the body ready. The alien will provide the new body, so I just need to snip off the big weird head, and then also the arm and reposition it. I always try to pin limbs for extra strength. So when the new arm is in place and the glue is set, it's time for the head. I just snip that off clean from the slime monster. And of course save that body for another monster because it's really nice. Now I can pin the head to the chest to give it the hunched over look of the Nothic. For the spikes on the back, I'm snipping some of the teeth off of this cheap dollar store comb and cutting those to various lengths. I drilled holes for each spike in the back, and to give everything extra strength, I used a generous blob of ep17 glue gel. When the glue dried, I primed with Mod Podge and then painted, and here is Nothic number 1. Is it a monster or just an NPC with really low charisma? I have no idea. But the price is right. 15 pennies for the alien, 5 pennies for the head, a penny for art supplies, and a penny for the base, so 22 pennies each, or 4 for $1. So some of you might have trouble getting your hands on a Monsters vs. Military tube. So for Nothic number 2, I have a very similar technique, but I'm going to use a different monster tube. You may recognize the Humans vs. Alien bucket from SCS Direct if you don't already have it. That company makes tons of cheap minis, and this tube is filled with the same sort of stuff. A lot of eldritch horrors of various sorts that make good monsters. And even the humans are great for projects. It costs a little more, but you still get a really good amount of miniatures for the money. For the Nothic, I'm choosing this weird jogging alien and this bizarre alligator lion dog thing. I don't know. To start, I'll take the head off of the body of the jogger and trim down the neck. Next, I want to save the tentacle hair off the back of the head, so I trim off the face and keep those. The gator dog thing is actually made of many pieces glued together, so I can pry the head off and also the tentacle mane from the front of the body with a pair of pliers. The ears get trimmed off the head along with the lumpy neck. I want to keep the bottom jaw for the Nothic, but the top jaw gets trimmed off to make room for the big old eye. I'm going to pin the head and the new eye, so I drilled a hole right through the bottom jaw. And then I pin the head to the body with a long piece of paper clip. And when the glue is set, I can add a 5mm plastic bead as a perfect fit for the new eye. A generous glob of ep17 glues everything into place. And next comes the tentacle hair. I glued that to the back and then trimmed a few more tentacles from the mane of the other weird monster and glued those in place around the neck and the head with more ep17. When that's dry, it's ready for Mod Podge, prime, and paint. And here is Nothic number 2. Another Nothic ready to do Nothic things at your players, I guess. Price is nearly the same, 20 pennies for the alien, 5 pennies for the head, and a penny for the art supplies, and a penny for the base. So 27 pennies each, or about 4 for $1. I hope this episode gave you plenty of good ideas to avoid that $30 price tag. Thanks so much for taking the time to learn some of my penny pinching ways. And don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for more minis for pennies. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.